I got the monitor backwards. Oh, I gotta fix that.
See, that's what I like about having a cell phone out.
Now, we're good. Hey, YouTube. Matches 860 with my buddy
Sgt.Savinelli.
And we are here freezing.
Yeah.
Doing an off-the-cuff video. I said, Vinny, I'm just going to turn it on. And what are we smoking today?
Well, if you all remember, last year, I forget when, one of our meetups. On the, oh, bye. Mama's leaving.
Bye, Mama.
So, during one of our meetups, John brought me some 1920s vintage half and half.
Thanks to somebody. Was it Phil Rivara?
Or Phil. It was either Phil or Doug.
Phil or Doug.
One of them. I forget which.
Thanks to whoever.
Right. And it came in the tin, the actual original tin. And the stuff was dry as hell, if you remember.
Yes.
Right? Dry as hell. But boy, what a delicious smoke. And so much different than today's half and half, because the blend has gone through some huge changes.
Many changes.
And I remember since then, doing some research on the half and half, the original blend was actually Lucky Strike tobacco, mixed with something called Buckingham. That was the original half and half blend. It was half and half, Lucky Strike tobacco, cigarette tobacco, and Buckingham type tobacco.
Sarge's fun fact for the day.
I'm full of useless information. I'm like a sieve. So that was the original blend, and it was flavored with the Tonkin bean.
Yes.
Although
there's been some discussion about that as well, but we won't go that far into it.
Yeah. So anyway, and then of course the blend changed, you know, over the years, and today it is what it is. Much different than back then. Even the tin note from the dried stuff was still very, very strong and distinct. You could actually smell that tonka bean aroma.
Yeah.
So I was blasting through a tin, you know, big tub of half and half, because that is one of my go-to blends, one of my favorites out of many. And I was down to about the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 bowls, maybe a little more. And I decided to mix the two. What was left of the 1920s and today's current half and half. And I jarred it up, and it's been jarred up for about a month now. And we're going to try it, and we're going to see if it's worth anything.
Yep.
Yeah?
Sounds good to me.
And so John convinced me that today I'm going to smoke this half and half. I got to go this way. Your thing is backwards.
It is.
From mine.
Yep, that's
Look
why.
at that.
That's why I always look stupid when I'm on it.
Well, what the hell am I going to look like? Oh, shit. Really? So anyway, I'm going to smoke it in this big, gigantic box. I'm just going to put a hole in the top of it. And no, I'm not. So last year I bought a bunch of pipes from Doug Owen, and this was one of them. And I have not had the opportunity to fire this puppy up yet.
I said, Sarge, how can you not smoke that pipe?
And I bought the damn thing because I like John's so much that I had to have it. And there it is. There it is. It is a Clark's favorite. Look how beautiful that is. Got a tiger stripe in that stem.
Unreal.
Right? So it's going to be a first time smoke today, finally, after almost a year. I think I bought it like last April.
Yep.
Or March, or I don't know, somewhere around there. And we're going to put some half and half in it. So I'm going to let you do the honors with the half and half.
Alrighty. And I am smoking a Duke Carlo 673. It's my Friday Savinelli stand-in.
You might want to push that stem in a little bit. It looks like it's out.
That's the way it is. It's actually a second.
Oh. All right.
Things don't quite fit, but it's a beautiful smoker. There you go, sir.
Alrighty then. Oh, I can get it in there. Good.
You got to catch the video on Sarge's channel that we just filmed, because all of the shout-outs are on that channel. Yeah.
We did forget to do a shout-out to Phil Rivara, though.
Phil Rivara,
on the last one, so we'll do it here. Hi, Phil.
Let's do Rick Black.
Rick Black. Haven't heard from Rick in a long time.
Did we do Olive Wood Piper?
We did not.
Olive Wood Piper.
Olive Wood Piper. What's up, Carl? We did not. See, we'll finish it up eventually. At some point, we'll get everybody.
Oh, yeah. If we sat here for a couple hours, we'd get
everybody. A couple days, maybe, even. You said that there's new people, lots of new presenters?
A lot of new people.
Really? All right. Well, we'll have to make sure we give them a warm welcome. This stuff smells unbelievable.
Oh, Sarge. Wait till you smoke this.
Well, before I...
Oh, amazing.
I got a mouthful of dust.
You are in for a treat. Best smoke I've had in weeks. This is soft, flavorful, cool.
There it is. The 20s took over. Right?
Definitely.
Because this doesn't taste like today's half and half.
No, I'm getting a little hint of today's, but the majority of it is the 1920s. The roaring 20s. This is to die for.
Well, my intention was to see if I could rehydrate the 1920s stuff.
Which you did.
With the new batch.
You won't be able to see this, but this is fluffy tobacco as opposed to dried out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the original dried out 1920s vintage soaked up some of that moisture from today's half and half, and it made it just right, I think. Because it feels, to the touch, it feels fluffy. It doesn't feel dry and crumbly. It's got a great flavor to it.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I was worried that it wasn't going to blend correctly, or blend at all, but it did.
Oh, this is perfect.
Right? Hey, if there's anybody out there that wants to give away or get rid of some 1920s half and half,
we'll take it.
Send it our way.
An experience like no other, trust me.
If you've got any and you want to try this out,
it works.
Get yourself a tub, not a pouch. I keep telling you all, stay away from pouches.
You guys.
Buy the tub, you guys. Use. You know who. Hey, Eric, knock it off. You're already breaking my balls. I can hear it, and you're not even here. So, all right? If you've got any of this vintage half and half, 1920s vintage, this era, if you mix it with a little bit of today's, it'll rehydrate itself nice, and you'll get this. This is really worth the smoke. I think you'll like it.
So let's talk about how we're doing, Sarge.
How are we doing, John?
Well, busy as usual.
Yeah.
Trying times, but it could be worse. You're working double shift today.
Today, yep. Got called in, got ordered in for a double.
So we're kind of doing a quick filming, quick visit today. But we're going to try to make this a tradition the day after Thanksgiving.
Yep, day after Thanksgiving. We have our Thanksgiving day after Thanksgiving review, and we always manage to come up with a little treat too that we can have. And this half and half panned out really well. I like it.
This is unreal.
I was nervous. I was a little nervous. You know what I would like to do too? Is maybe lay my hands on some vintage velvet and see how that compares to today's blend.
Let's put Doug Owen on that.
Hey Doug, velvet, vintage. Hey Ben, Artful Codger, vintage,
Yeah, Ben.
velvet. What do you think? I've never had the opportunity to mix and match the two and see how they fare against each other, from original blends to today's blends.
I think he dumps the old velvet into that pipe on his desk.
Yeah,
You
he's
ever
got that
seen
on his
one?
video. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I don't know if that's old velvet or that's just new velvet in an old tin.
Yeah, we don't know.
He's sneaky like that Ben.
He is.
That's why he's called the Artful
Codger. I know he'd get a bang out of this.
No doubt, because he's a half and half fan too.
Yep.
I think he calls half and half Velvet's crazy little brother or something. When he's not smoking velvet, he's smoking half and half. Yeah. Which I'm all there. They're both superb over-the-counter blends. I mean, I don't care what anybody says.
Yep. Yeah, I'm about due to get myself some velvet again.
Well, I told you the story. When I finished up the half and half, I had every intention to crack open my big tub of Carter Hall, because I haven't had Carter Hall in about 1 million years, and I smoked that almost exclusively for like 3 years. I love Carter Hall.
Yeah.
Some people don't. I think Ben doesn't like it either. I think it's too sweet for him.
Could be.
But I'm a big Carter Hall fan. And I went and ripped open a brand new tub of velvet and got about a quarter of the way into that and said, "Oh shit, I forgot to do the Carter Hall." So, freezer's whining in the background over there, you hear it?
I love it.
Had the big scare last year. Thought it shit the bed. Found out the mama left the fucking door open. And it tried to freeze the entire garage. So that did not go well. I really like this pipe.
Isn't that a beauty?
This is an unbelievable pipe. The feel is perfect. The mouthpiece is the right size. The bowl is a little bit smaller than what I'm used to.
Do you have 12-inch pipe cleaners?
No.
You will find that a challenge.
So the difference in the bowls from like my Savinelli saxophone, there's a difference there. But you know what it is? I think the difference is in the bulkiness of the briar more than the hole.
Yeah.
Because the tunnel looks the same, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty much?
Yeah.
That's okay, because I really, really like it. A lot. I've never smoked a church warden before. This is about the closest right now to an actual church warden that I've ever had. I don't know if I'd be able to do one of those real long ones. I do want to get myself a Missouri Meerschaum Cobbett of the Shire, I think is the brand, is the model.
Yeah.
It's big with a little point at the bottom. And it's
Oh yes,
big,
yes.
long.
Yeah, I've seen those.
But it's a cob. So, but it's a church warden cob. I do want to get one of those, just because I think they're cool looking.
Yep.
And it's a cob. You can't go wrong with a cob. Drinking some Earl Grey tea. I should have had this when we had the Thanksgiving Day
Yes.
before, because it's got the same shit in it.
It's got the same shit.
Hey, it is what it is. Everybody's used to me by now.
Yeah.
They know I don't sugarcoat things.
Oh, it's going to be hard to match this.
I'm so glad that it melded. That was a little bit of worry.
You just don't know till you do it.
Well, yeah, and you know, here's the dilemma. It's not like it's too readily available, you know, to do it.
Yeah. You
So
screw it up and you're screwed.
Yeah, you're done. You're all done. You got to wait until the next miracle worker comes along with another batch and says, "Hey, here, you can have this one. It's from, you know, 1920s." And
Yeah.
you go, "Ah!" I keep looking over to that door, expecting that bobcat to come running in here any minute.
Now, do you ever, I probably asked you this in another video, taste licorice?
Mm-hmm.
Do you?
I do. I'm very fond of licorice.
So am I, but I don't ever taste it.
Now, what I'm about to say is going to get you all kinds of comments on your video here, on this video.
Sgt.Savinelli.
When I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to go there. The bottom of the old lady's purse is what that is. Okay, they scraped the bottom of Aunt Matilda's purse and dumped it into a tub. So, half and half. Half and half is the current half and half, not the old stuff. The current half and half is flavored with anise. It's got anise in there. There's an anisette tone in there, along with a liquor.
Yes.
Artful Codger swears no way in hell that there's licorice in that. I can detect it. There's licorice in it. I'd argue it until the cows come home.
Yeah, you couldn't tell by me.
Now, if you want to really test your taste buds, there is a flavored Toscano cigar called Avanti. It's an anisette flavored cigar.
Yeah. Mama's home.
Oh, I guess so. That was a quick visit. Home Depot must have been empty. So, it is an anisette flavored cigar, and it is a very strong anisette flavored cigar. Very strong. If you can't taste that licorice, then really you're done.
Yeah, it's funny.
Because that one there, that's all you that's
I have
all you
no
get.
trouble tasting licorice candy and that kind of thing, but as far as tobacco goes,
Shit, I wish I had picked up a box for you then. I don't have them here. I ran out.
I did get a box of Toscano Classicos from Sarge today.
See, I'm just feeding the bad habit.
Yep.
I turned them onto those damn things, and now they created another monster like me.
Well, they're perfect. My ride home from work, every once in a while I'll light one up, and it just gets me home in a good mood.
That's all I'll do in the car. If I'm in the truck or whatever, I'm on my way to work or on my way home from work, I'll only do cigars. Because for some reason, I just cannot enjoy smoking a pipe in the truck.
Really?
Yeah. It requires too much thinking, too much tamping, too much farting around with it and this and that. Yeah. I got to be mindless. I have to do something mindless when I'm driving because I can't be worried about tamping and getting a mouthful of gunk and, you know, cleaning with the pipe cleaners. And
Well, you don't want to get pulled over for tamping.
No, no.
Tamping and driving.
Yeah. You gotta watch, these cops are pricks.
Bunch of dicks.
Yeah. Horrible. So of course, the first thing I did was rip out that little piece of balsa filter that they put in, there you go, that they put in these Savinellis. Can't do it.
Those are good though if you ever get a corn cob that has too much, what do you call it?
Too much draw?
Yeah.
I cut it down a little bit.
Now you just shove it in there, it fits perfect.
Well, there's no shortage of them.
Nope.
I've got every...
I got a million of them.
Yeah, I got every one that every Savinelli I ever picked up, which is quite a few.
Every once in a while I use one of those,
Medicos or...
the pipe, the chalk stuff there.
Oh, that stuff you picked up online. Yeah.
Well, I got it from Kim in the UK.
Yeah.
And they're great, especially in a pipe like that, because they'll cut down a lot on the moisture that ends up going up the tube there. I'll have to bring you a couple the next time I come over.
Yeah, I could tell already. This is going to have to come apart to be cleaned to my specs, because
Yep.
my pipe cleaners are not long enough. Well, no, it won't get down into the bowl. Close, but not all the way. I love the way this smokes.
Oh, I'm out.
I can only imagine what this is going to smoke like after it's actually truly broken in.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's only, that pre-char only goes just so much.
I smoke mine right before bed. Oh, best smoke of the day. Oop, I might get one more few puffs out of this.
A few puffs. You got a whole jar full over here that you can look. Just a few puffs.
Pretty soon we'll have to talk about getting together in the summer again.
Yeah. Yeah, that can come fast enough for me. I can tell you what. 7 degrees this morning. God.
Well, you know, with our schedules, we got to plan months in advance.
I know. And even then, there's no guarantee.
Nope.
You got yanked off the deck one time, remember?
Yep. I think that was last year.
Yeah, last year. Work called while we were in the middle of it, and you had to go.
That reminds me, I forgot to shut my phone off.
This time of the year is the worst for my business because we're so short-handed. Everybody and their brother's getting ordered to work, you know. And no matter how much you volunteer, because listen, I'm an overtime whore. I'll take as much overtime as I can possibly take because I got 3 years left and before I can retire, and all of that counts towards retirement. So I'll work night and day, I don't care. But then when you work night and day and then you get ordered on your days off and, you know, to work more night and day, it's a little daunting. The holidays are the worst.
Well, I'm just about done.
I'm starting to taste the pre-char on this bowl. Which means I'm probably getting near done too. Because I'm not getting tobacco anymore as much as I am that. I'm getting charcoal on the tongue type taste.
Well, thanks an awful lot for joining us today. It's been great hanging out with you again, Sarge.
Yeah, same here, John. It's always a pleasure when we can get together and just relax.
For sure.
Yeah.
Everybody have a good weekend, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Ciao, y'all.